God damn it, James Gunn, you've somehow found a way to outdo yourself once again. The Suicide Squad stars Margot Robbie, Idris Elba, John Cena, and Joel Kinnaman. Supervillains Harley Quinn, Bloodsport, Peacemaker, and a collection of nutty cons at Belle Reve prison join the super secret, super shady Task Force X as they are dropped off at the remote, enemy-infused island of Corto Maltese. Now, The Suicide Squad was my second most anticipated movie of the year, right behind A Quiet Place 2. And man, oh man, was I hyped for this movie. All I heard was the greatest things. It came out with like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I was so excited, and I frickin' love this movie. In my honest opinion, these movies are better than Guardians of the Galaxy. It is bloody. It is gruesome. It is violent. It is everything that you would want from a Suicide Squad movie. Getting into that cast, though, Margot Robbie, once again as Harley Quinn, absolutely spectacular. John Cena is actually pretty good in this movie. I did not love him in Fast 9, but he definitely outdid himself here. Idris Elba as Bloodsport is one of the bigger standouts of this movie for me. I knew nothing about Bloodsport going into it, and he's a damn good character, and Idris Elba plays him very well. Gotta love Pete Davidson as well, even though we didn't get much time with him. Daniela Melchior as Ratcatcher 2 is superb. She is another one of the standouts of this movie. She's great, and her and Idris Elba have this great emotional tie with one another. Definitely one of the highlights. David Dastmalchian as Polka Dot Man. What a surprise. And then, of course, Sylvester Stallone as King Shark. What a great freaking cast. You can tell if they're all having a blast, and James Gunn definitely had an impact on these actors, especially with John Cena. Like I said, I didn't think he was that good of an actor, but you can tell that James Gunn had that impact on him to make him even better in this movie. He just shines all of his best abilities in this movie. The writing, the directing, everything from James Gunn is superb, and that cast is just chef's kiss. The comedy is perfect, and that dialogue is so well written by James Gunn. I cannot give him enough props. And like I mentioned, there's a handful of really good heartfelt moments in this movie, and a typical James Gunn fashion, this movie has a lot of heartfelt moments, just like Guardians. The characters have depth to them. Every single one of the characters has some sort of depth. Even King Shark, a literal sea creature, has depth, and that's all due to James Gunn just giving it his all, and I'm so glad that DC gave him this movie. Those moments between Bloodsport and Ratcatcher 2 really tugged on the heartstrings, and they were so great in this movie. And it can't be a James Gunn movie without the best soundtrack. There are some absolute bangers on the soundtrack. It is a great soundtrack and adds a lot. There is a scene with Harley Quinn, which, by the way, the action sequences, oh my god. There's a scene with Harley Quinn, and there's a song playing in the background that adds so much to the scene. And now, in the action scenes, they're choreographed very well. Everything about the action sequences, spot on, the best they can be. Did I mention how much I love this movie? The Suicide Squad might just be my new favorite James Gunn movie. The characters are so well fleshed out and have some great depth to them. The violence is at an all-time high. There are some gruesome deaths that added so much to this movie, and I'm glad they took it up to that big step that Marvel would never have the balls to do. The comedy is perfect, and that dialogue from James Gunn, the script, is excellent. Everyone's performances are absolutely outstanding. The great heartfelt moments are key in movies like these, and I'm glad that there's so many of these heartfelt moments, especially between Bloodsport and Ratcatcher 2. The soundtrack is great. I don't know how many times I've said great already in this review. The action sequences, oh my god, I just cannot rave about this movie enough. And James Gunn once again outdid himself, and this is my favorite movie of the year. But not only is it my favorite movie of the year so far, it is one of my new favorite comic book movies. I'm gonna give The Suicide Squad an A+. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the first A+ of the year. Wow, I love this movie. I definitely want to go back to the theaters to go check it out again. It is so flippin' good, and please go and see it, whether that's on HBO Max or in theaters. Either way, just watch this movie and show Warner Brothers that it's such a good movie. And I hope you guys love it as much as I did. Guys, thank you again so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, do give it a like, subscribe, and make sure to turn that notification bell on to get notified whenever new videos like this go live. Look forward to a ton more reviews coming soon. Guys, thank you again so much for watching. My name is Ben. People call me Meter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.